Hey guys, I'm Dave.
And I'm Lon.
And today we're reviewing SPI's Magic Capsule number 1, Demons. Oh boy. This is a strange one. I read the rules. The rules are pretty confusing. I didn't really figure out how to play the game until I actually started playing it. As I was going through the rule book, I had so many questions and stuff, but then once I started playing it, it all started to fall together. But essentially you're a bunch of Magic users moving around the board and you have to get gold. And you can't really do much unless you, other than move really, unless you conjure demons to work for you. And when you get the demons, they can fight for you, or they can discover treasure and stuff. If they discover treasure, then you have to move your magician there to pick it up. But essentially the way the game's won is the magician who gets the most treasure at the end of the game is the winner. But there's also a bunch of spells you can do with the demons. Like one is cause battles, where you cause two mortals that are adjacent to you and adjacent to each other to battle each other. Cure affliction, remove one wound or curse. Discover treasure, cause earthquakes, cause to follow, grab treasure. Anyhow, I'm not going to go over them all, but here's the two you want to hear. Cause women to show themselves naked when employed against another magician in an adjacent, who's adjacent to a town hex. Cause that magician to be smitten and lose his next player turn. And then there's procure love, excites women to distraction. Mortal units adjacent to any one designated town enter flight. Yeah, and then there's other ones like destroy town and stuff, but. Yeah, the game actually played pretty quick. All our magicians got killed off really fast, and I don't think we got any treasure. So I guess it was a draw at the end.
Well, yeah, because we mostly got a few. When you conjure a spell for treasure, you roll 2 dice, and that tells you where what treasure is and where it's at. And usually, it's not in the hex you're in, and so you got to go out and pick it up. Of course, while you're doing that, the mortals come and block your way and beat you up, and that's why we couldn't get any treasure.
Yeah, I'm sure if we played it a few more times, probably would have went a little better. But honestly, after playing this once, I don't really have a desire to play it again. This is from Jim Dunnigan. He's a good game designer. This is probably I haven't played all of his games, but out of all the ones I
don't
played,
know if anyone has played all of it.
Yeah. This is in the bottom 2 out of all the ones I played. There's another one in... was Wreck of the Pandora from him, or just Voyage of the HMS Pandora? Wreck of the Pandora was a terrible game, too. I'm not sure if he was the author of it. That was actually worse than Demons here. But if he didn't make Wreck of the Pandora, then this is his worst game. But if you play microgames and you like to collect them, if you want to collect like all the SPI microgames, then yeah, you're going to need to get this. But if you're just looking for like a casual microgame to play just for fun, you're better off with pretty much anything else. What's your recommendation or lack thereof?
I was thinking this is a one for a new war gamer or a young person. They would probably play it multiple times to get into the nuances.
Probably. I don't know. It just seemed too clunky to me, the whole system. Yeah. But I'm sure if Jim Dunnigan was to create something similar to this in the modern era, it'd be like 100 times better, because he is a great game designer. Yeah. But I mean, just because you're a great game designer doesn't mean once in a while you have one that's a flop. So.
And my only other complaint is that the counters were small, and nowadays the graphics would be much better. This is 1979, and this is about as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, this was about as good as it would get back then. Yeah. I read somewhere, I don't know if this is true, this is something I read which doesn't make it true, but it said that when SPI was putting out these microgames, it cost them $6 each to manufacture them, which seems awfully high, because, I mean, in the modern era, you could manufacture these for less than $6, and there's been a lot of inflation since then, so who knows, but it seems like kind of high.
Maybe it's because the printers they were using probably charged more per unit, because I can see that they're looking at this and kind of like, it might actually cost more for per unit to print a small game than a large game.
Yeah, could be, but yeah. That's a story I was given why they stopped making microgames after a while is because they were just too expensive, and so on and so forth. But all right, you recommend it all, or?
I was going to say, it isn't a bad. I only played it once, and it didn't seem to be that bad. But I was not in my demon and wizards mood today, so that played against it. But I'm not totally turned off by it, and I'm like I said, a younger person would probably enjoy this much more than I would.
Yeah.
So if I ever get into a demons and wizards mood, maybe I'd look this up.
All right, that's all we got for you guys this time. Have a good one.
Yeah.